Yeah, we can get it. We can get it.
We talk about I'll go ahead and do your thing.
See if I can. Test.
Yo.
Okay, got you.
Cool.
8. Let me see. See if I can put this in a different folder. No, we do this. We good. Yes, sir.
Yo.
We in this building real quick, y'all. Y'all have no clue, but it's all good.
No. We gonna give him a clue. The clue must be given. So I pull up. Usually Low is, Low type of dude where you ring his doorbell, and you would think he just sitting by the door. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ringing it. He ain't answering. Like, well, maybe he just, using the bathroom or something. Didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Ring it again. Wait a little while. So call him up. Low say, hey, I'm pulling up right around the corner. Hung up on him real fast. So I'm like, all right, damn, okay. I turn around. I'm getting ready to go to the car, just sit in the car, wait for him. I turn around. This dude got a U-Haul truck.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the?
A big one, too.
Big one, big body.
I rolls that thing.
I say, yo, you about to move? He said, nah, I got stuff I got to move, man. I said, well, let's do it. Not knowing what your boy just got into.
Yes.
And see, Lo don't live in a one-story ranch. He got 2-story crib with a diagonal slanted staircase.
Immaculation.
And I'm moving goddamn couches, y'all. I'm tired, boss.
Hey, it's the real sofas.
Real sofas.
The real
wood, real leather. The good oak. So yeah, we done moved some couches, y'all. So up and down.
So we've been done for like 20 minutes and we still sweating.
Oh yeah, if you're watching the video, you definitely gonna see the perspiration that's coming down my brow right now. But yeah, Lo can never say I never did anything for him, y'all. No. So if you ever see me in the streets and be like, yo, what's up, man? Did Mo ever help you? You can never be like, nah, he ain't never done nothing for me.
Hey, he did great solid.
Solid. Look, after we was even done with the first set, he had the set in the garage to go up. I said, Lo, you want to take it upstairs? Nah, forget it. I said, Lo,
you got me.
I'm here. We already wet. Pause. Yeah. You might as well go ahead and finish the job. Mm-hmm. So we get in this thing, got a little water. And we getting ready to talk about some current topics. What you got, man?
Man, what you want to talk? You want to talk about the deal what we tweeted about the other day first?
Well, no, let's pay homage. Let's start off the rip. We got to pay homage to Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant.
Okay, first of all, I'm Marlon Lowe.
Oh, if y'all don't know who we are by now, like
y'all missed us for a week, but we back. We back. About to spit game because game recognized game.
Game recognized game. We back. This Mo Elrod. I think we almost close to 100 episodes.
Close.
I think it's like about
95,
96. You've been doing it a long time when you really can't put the number on that. Yeah, that's not Joe Budden to be doing it. Maybe like 130. It don't really matter what we on. But we close to 100. But yeah, man. So I've never truly been a Kobe Bryant fan because I always felt like he was just mimicking Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming from the Jordan era. And actually, anybody that really know me, that Penny Hardaway was my favorite dude. And I got into hella arguments saying that Penny was better than Jordan, but that's neither here nor there. But I was never really a Kobe fan. I'm like, yo, his swag is like Jordan's. He's walking like Jordan. He's chewing his gum like Jordan. He got the fadeaway like Jordan. There's a video clip of Jordan moves and Kobe's moves. And like you can overlay that shit and it look just like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So for a while I was like, but you can never take away the killer mentality. The dude was just a perfectionist. Came in the league at a very young age. I can't even imagine. Like my son is 17 years old, 18 years old. You know what I mean? 17, but I'm just saying around the area. The time frame when he was in the league. I don't need my son to forget to take the trash out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let alone you talking about being amongst men 10-year, 5-year, veterans. You know what I'm saying? And you having to be in that environment, and you can't be no punk about it. You can't be no pussy about it. You got to really embrace it.
Right.
The struggle, because there is a huge mental gap between a 17, 18-year-old kid and somebody that's just 24.
Right. Absolutely.
And he came in that thing and he struggled. You know, he had a little couple, as all rookies will. You know, they struggled a little bit, but man, when she hit stride, and he just rocked out. So you can nobody could ever say that he was trash or he wasn't. But he wasn't my cup of tea because of the way he played, like I said, like Jordan. But what that dude did, and I didn't even know the breakdown. I had no idea that he spent identical 10 years in East Jersey. I knew he changed it, but I just didn't know that there was a true 10-year.
3-8, 2-24.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like so just what he was able to accomplish, even without Shaq, because everybody was like, "Oh, you can't do it without Shaq." Did that. 24 was my number. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mom Dukes. It was my mom's birthday. It's actually Christmas Eve, so I wore 24. But it was kind of like wow. So watching it last night, seeing those numbers, I mean, like damn near identical. To be able to produce at that, and you and I, we got we got one thing in common with Kobe. What we got in common with Kobe?
Oh, Achilles.
Got that Achilles tear. If anybody got that Achilles tear, you understand, like, that's no joke to come back from. And, the last game he played, he had like 60-something points. I mean, it was he just went out, you know what I'm saying, the way I wish that I watched Jordan go out. Because Jordan went out, truth be told, kind of poo cheese. He was about 40 pounds heavier. You know what I'm saying? He didn't leave, and I think it's because of the time he missed. That hurt him. You know what I mean? A little bit.
Right.
Because I think that Jordan could have ran off 8 straight championships. You know, no disrespect to the Houston Rockets, but I think that they would have got them boys, and he could have ended up winning 8 in a row. How crazy would that have been? Could have been. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They would have.
Yeah, I think so. Because he was in his prime. He was just kicking it off. He was slaying everybody. But no, it was really good to see Kobe go out like that in his speech last night. And has there ever been a player in the history of any professional sports that retired 2 numbers? I ain't never seen that before, right?
No.
Unprecedented.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So that's my take on Mr. Bryant. You gave me the look though when I said like I wasn't really a true fan of his game like that. But you know,
okay, I get it.
I was an Iverson fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 6'6". I'm 6'1", 6'2". So you know, I'm looking up to some guys I can kind of relate to. I couldn't relate to Kobe. But nah, it was good. That was a good one.
But no, Kobe. Hey, all I can tell you is this: 81 and 60. 81, 60, and 5 rings.
Yeah.
81 points.
Yeah.
Last game, in his 20th year, scored 60.
20th year.
5 rings. 3 with number 8, 2 with 24.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's called getting busy. Yeah, he was getting busy. And he went out, like I said, on top. You know, I guess it's cool to have like the little farewell tours, like Derek Jeter did a couple years ago. Because I think that when you're able to leave like that, you really enjoy it. Because one thing that I'm sure that anybody that played basketball can relate to is that you obviously miss the game. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't play at a high level, even if it's not even at a high level. You don't play as often. Like I haven't played. I shoot around, but I haven't played in so long, right? But one thing I miss more than anything, bruh, is talking shit in the locker room, hanging out with your partners. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be able to experience his last season with like no pressure, we ain't gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a chance to enjoy, just the small things and some of the things like I said, just being in the locker room and. Just cracking jokes and, ragging on each other, the trips and all that. You kind of miss that stuff. So I'm sure if anybody can go out, go out with a farewell tour if you can.
Well, Kobe Bean, let him have it.
There it is.
Let him have it. Look, y'all. Right now, I am going back and forth on Twitter. Little dialogue on Twitter, going back and forth with myself, RCS Sports, Dinos Trigonis from Cali, and we're talking about this. What was it? What's it called? The event that came out yesterday, as far as the article that came out yesterday with NBA starting to youth tournaments with hopes of becoming basketball's Little League World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's your initial take on it?
Don't do it.
They doing it.
No. Don't support it. That's my first thing. My initial thought is, and I'll tell y'all real quick, I'll go in. My initial thought is don't support it. Resist. Because they're pushing in, and regardless of who you voted for, at this point in time, that 45 is he's not good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to resist, because right now they're going to try to force this on everybody, and you have to resist. If they take this, they're not doing this just for the short term.
That's long term.
They're doing it. They're talking about. They're starting out with just 14, and guess what? If you read the article, they say they're gonna go up to higher divisions.
Right.
And they talk about it's gonna be a huge monetary. It's not to mention this is This is financially successful.
This model.
They want it to be a huge monetary benefit for everybody, for them, not for us, not for the grassroots, not for your kids. Okay, well, he gets a chance to play with USA Basketball. No, yeah. This is diminishing USA Basketball. USA Basketball used to be a privilege. Now everybody gets a chance to play for USA Basketball in their leagues and things of that nature. They are taking control of grassroots. They're trying to structure it into ways they can control it how they want to control it. Mm-hmm. If it makes money, it goes to them. It's not going back to any grassroots teams or any communities. If it doesn't work, guess what? They're not going to give it back. They're going to try to keep the model and structure where you got to do it up underneath their brand. And guess what? All they do is have a tax write-off then, but it's still they're running it. They're not including any grassroots people from across the country. It should be the NCAA just put Condoleezza Rice on a committee, put David Robinson on a committee. They don't know anything about grassroots. They don't know anything about college basketball. Why are they on that? So they're continuing to put people in place that have no communication or credibility with us at this level.
Right.
And if we sit back and let them control it, they're going to take the last thing that we have from us and the most important thing. It's not the last thing, but it's the most important thing. Our kids, our natural resources. And our resources will benefit them greatly. And all you're going to do is sit back, well, Mom, Dad, I got to go to the camp. You can't go now. Mom and Dad, they ain't paying for you to go. Unless you get onto that elite team now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't go. You're not going to be able to travel here. They want you to go there. They want you to go there. They're setting it up.
Yeah, I mean.
They're setting it up.
They actually... it's happening. It's not like it's being planned or they're in the process of planning. It's already established. So August 7th through the 12th of next year, they'll be in Orlando at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex Center. Yeah. 14 and under. Mm-hmm. And so, it's funny because it all goes back to the reason why we started the podcast to begin with. Mm-hmm. Anybody that's coaching 14 and under, no disrespect to them, they ain't really been through a whole like if you got a 9U team, you see this as an opportunity. This is like, oh my God, it's gonna be like the Little League World Series. You're not looking at it like they're trying to take control and monetary gain for them or anything of that nature. You're thinking of it as this is a chance for us to go to Orlando, play on TV potentially. Because the Little League World Series comes on every year, and I tune in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I'm not even a baseball dude, but I watch. I'm not saying I'm watching the whole game, but I'm gonna check it out. And so, if you're talking about 14 and under, you're gonna have a lot of programs and a lot of families that will relish the opportunity to be able to play in this particular stage. Because not only is it for the U.S., they also talking about bringing in teams from other parts of the country. So now a person's mentality is this is global. They talked about teams coming from Africa, the Middle East, Asia Pacific, from Canada, China, Europe, India, Mexico, and South America.
Right.
So now you're talking about the global aspect of grassroots basketball. Because I've never ever in my life seen a 10U team from Canada or China. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they're probably putting a lot of money into it in hopes to control the whole entire situation.
And the thing about it, why they put those teams on there from out of the country, it sounds and it looks good.
Exactly.
But historically, we've smacked teams all over from those countries. It looks good to be able to play against them, but historically,
that's what it is.
It just looks good. We've smacked those teams aren't very good.
That's what it is.
Okay,
it's the look.
Yeah, so it makes it look good, but all they're doing is they're bringing that in because they're trying to control our young kids. They're trying to do a European market.
They're trying to control the kids and remove y'all out of the equation.
Y'all is parents too. Because people got to remember that.
No, explain that part with the parents.
Because a grassroots coach is also a parent. Majority of them.
In most cases,
and parents, and once they eliminate your options of going somewhere else, they feel like you have to come to us now. And if you have to come to us and you have no other options, you're going to play ball the way we want you to play ball. Right. So now your kid, your resource, your most precious resource is now ours. We're going to run him and play him how we want to do it.
And I'm sure this is not going to be so the culmination is going to be in August. But you're going to have these regional based things in order to qualify as well.
And right, they didn't say when they're going to do that.
But you have to do that.
But they might just open it up for anybody and everybody the first time for August. Right. And then the following year they do regional tournaments. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't getting that one. I'm getting they're going to have some. Because look, it said, hold on 1 second. Where is it at? Because it talked about okay, here you go. It says, following the model of the Little League World Series, teams will qualify for the championships round via a variety of regional tournaments. Half will come from America qualifying tournaments from 8 created regions. It's been created. They already got this done.
Which means that
Central, Mid-Atlantic, Midwest, Northeast, Northwest, South, Southeast, and the West. So they already got these
places
locked in
so
for these regional tournaments to qualify for August.
Which means that they already basically trying to lay the road out to what we're going to have to do.
This is going to do. Yeah.
So the thing about that means that they've already put somebody in place to run these events.
Absolutely.
So I want to know
who that is.
Who the hell are these people that they put in place? Because we may not agree with who they are. We might not stand for what they stand for. See what I'm saying? And if they put these people in place already, that means that, guess what? How are these teams going to get there? Are y'all paying for these teams to get there? No. So we still got to do the same thing we did before. Go out and raise money. Go out and have sponsors, have parents pay to go do what?
Play in your tournament.
To go play in their tournament?
Yeah.
No, why not? Why?
That's exactly what they're looking to do. And I guarantee you that maybe not you because you've been 20 years in, like Kobe. 10 to 10. You've been 20 years in. Your perspective is different. Somebody who's coaching a 13U team for the very first time, they're not looking at it like that.
And that's why it's on grassroots coaches who've been in the game for a while, like myself, to sit down with some of these young guys and help to teach them and show them. Because nobody showed me.
Right. That's usually the narrative of everything.
Because it wasn't around that long. Right. And these type of errors didn't happen. So now it's on us to reach out to the younger guys in hopes of them listening. Because what they don't do is, and I'll tell them like this, if it's a young guy or if it's somebody out there, you cannot put your individual achievement or your individual wants above the greater good of the community and the people. That's like Samboism. You know what I'm saying? That means like, screw all y'all. I'm getting an opportunity. You can't do that. If you do that, then that means that guess what? Nobody needs to mess with you either because you'll sell us out again. You know what I'm saying?
But the crazy part about that is that people are going to definitely do it.
And that's fine.
You can sit there. You can sit there. Other players, other coaches been in the game for a long time, can have this very same conversation, and you know how y'all gonna come off? Haters.
No.
That's how a person who don't have the knowledge and information and understand what the bigger picture is, they're going to say, Lo, maybe when you was coming up, it wasn't afforded y'all this opportunity, but they giving it to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be their stance and approach. This is an opportunity for my team. It's the basketball version of the World Series. We're gonna play against teams from China. It's the glamour and the glitz. It's not the bigger picture that most people not gonna really capture together.
AAU right now is basically the basketball version of the World Series as well, up in Disney and everything else. So they're trying to take away from that, and they're trying. It's a control situation and it's a monetary situation, because they also said that anybody that's dealing with this or part of it, you guys have to sign up to be a part of. Yeah, you have to be. So NBA commissioner. So this is Adam Silver. So it's coming from the top. For some time now, emphasize youth basketball as a priority moving forward. So we got to sign up for it.
And along those same lines, it is notable that all coaches participating in the event will be required to be trained and licensed by USA Basketball or basketball's international governing body.
So again,
you know what I'm saying?
Who is their governing body?
Well, they ain't gonna tell you.
Who's going to be an
admin email address.
Who's going to be teaching us? You know what I'm saying? We got to be trained by who? You don't know how to train me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
You don't know how to train me to deal with these young people that I deal with every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to do that.
And it's usually a cost associated with that, right?
It's absolutely a cost. So that's more money that they're going to get right away.
Hold on a second.
When their governing body, who is their governing body? When you tell somebody they got to train me, I need somebody that I've seen with boots on the ground around me before, who knows what I deal with every day. Yeah. And who knows what these parents are going through. And if you don't have somebody that know what these parents are going through, why should we listen to you? You're leading us to our annihilation. You're leading us to our annihilation, and we're going to accept it? Come on, man. I'm not going to accept it that easy. Guess what? If they call me and say we got to sit down and talk Marlon, blah blah blah, I'll sit down and talk with them. But guess what? I'm not going in to allow them to massage me and make me feel good. I'm going in to sit back and say, no, you need to do more for these people anyway. They don't need to be a part of your brand. Everybody got their own brand already anyway. They don't need to be a part of what you're doing. You need to be showing yourself in these neighborhoods, these communities, and everywhere else anyway. Don't sit up there and think something, ain't nothing wrong and broke. We can find things wrong with every professional league in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? So don't just think that because of the FBI came in, this and that and that and that. That's because y'all system is broken. So because your systems are broken, you want to sit back and regulate the people at the bottom. And that's what they always do. They try to regulate and hurt the people at the bottom. When it's the people at the top, that's the problem, because the people at the top is only worried about their bottom line.
That's it.
That's exactly what that says.
Corporate America.
They worried about the money.
Yeah. That's capitalism. It's finance. So
I got a plan.
How much? I'm sure you do. How much does it cost for one coach?
Probably about. I think it was between $40 and $60 for 1 year.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
So $40 to $60 for 1 year times. Man, we know
hundreds of thousands of coaches.
A lot of coaches.
Yeah.
So that's just the admin fee. Boom, we go ahead and pay that. We collecting that money off the top.
That's gonna be some of the money that they get to pay their people with.
Absolutely. Yeah, we gotta.
Guess what you still gotta do?
You gotta source. You gotta find funds.
Guess what? After the tournament is over, that you play in their tournament, you still gotta find gym fees. You still gotta pay for gym fees. You still gotta take kids home. You still gotta drop them off. You still gotta feed them. You still gotta get uniforms. You still got to pay for everything. They just want your money.
They want the money. They want to be able to control. I'm sure there is a fee to even participate in these regional tournaments.
It ain't free.
That ain't free,
no.
Right? So you got to pay for that. And like you said, I mean, you have a 14. You have how many 14 other teams do you have?
I got one. 14.
Just one team. No, do you have a 13? That's what I'm saying. How many teams do you have or have had that will fall underneath this category?
All of them. Could they go 14 and up? Well, I got 8, 7.
Oh, okay. So
2/5. You know.
What I'm saying? So
we got enough.
So this is all your teams.
Yeah. But what it does is it takes away from the people who work. Listen, check this out. So the people that if people had a concern to make sure that they was able to control and keep involved, people that currently it's going to take away from people that throw tournaments on certain days, because they'll be like, look, we're going to throw tournaments on these days, and don't put y'all schedule to travel here, okay? So eventually what they're going to do is they're going to eventually take off your day too, and it's like, look, in order for you to have a tournament, you got to register with us.
Pay me some money.
Yeah, you got to register with us. So everything will be theirs then, okay? So I got a plan. People just got to listen. I ain't playing because didn't I say this a year and a half ago?
You definitely said that a while back. I can't put a time frame on it, but you definitely said that a long time ago.
Over a year ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That USA basketball is coming to try to take over, and people don't listen. Okay? I'm here. I know what this is about. I know where it's going. You got to listen.
Yeah.
We can argue. We can debate. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it down, and at the end of the day, and at the beginning of the next day and going forward, your priority should be about controlling our natural resources and not helping to monetize them for somebody else's gain. That's why many people we're in the situation we're in right now. We take materialistic things short term for long term possibilities, and we sell each other short for somebody else who's going to benefit far greater in the long run. And we can't do that. You know, so for us, people should be feeling it. Some people are elated by it and happy about it, but you should be offended by it.
Yeah.
Especially if they've never come to the grassroots level and talked to the people at this level.
Yeah, people, like I said, man, people definitely look at it as an opportunity. You will find some people that's been in the game for a while that kind of understand, kind of what's going on. But for the most part, people don't look at it as like, oh my God, we get a chance to go to Orlando, play against some teams from China and Europe. You know, it's going to be a hell of an experience for my child. And this is on both the boys and the girls side. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just on the boys side. So this is really encompassing grassroots on every level. And like you said, at some point, because basketball is a global sport, when you got players that play obviously from all over the country, all over the world, you're going to have scenarios where, like you mentioned, it's going to start at 14U, implement 15U, implement 16U, implement 17U,
and then got them.
Yeah, because by that time you're in.
Got them. It's over.
You're in, and like you said, I mean, usually, if you're a grassroots coach, I mean, I know it's the strongest advisor and all that, but you really see a lot of the same people, you know what I'm saying, year in, year out. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the new guys coming up, and even when the new guys come up, they're gonna be around for a long time too. Even if a long time is 5 years, even if it's 6 years, even if it's you very rarely you find somebody doing it for 1 year. Because what happens is you get involved, you have some errors, you course correct, you pivot, you fine tune for the next year. And then you do the same thing again. You know what I'm saying? Every year you fine tuning, you learning different things, you meet new people, different ventures, opportunities, merges, like all these different things is happening. So what's the Lay's commercial? You can't just have one. You can't just do this shit one time. You're gonna be in it for it. You're gonna be in it for the long haul.
And I'm pretty sure they're playing the long game.
Yeah,
they're playing the long game. They're doing it slowly to try to implement so that a kid that's in the 5th grade now be used to being in it for the 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Looking forward to it.
You're trying to do something different. No. And all the parents, guess what?
Because one thing that we talked about, podcasts or several podcasts ago was how it used to be. How it used to be was, and you mentioned this on a previous podcast too, of things being watered down. So it used to be a scenario where you only had a handful of teams in each major market. And those were the elite of the elite. Those are the guys that play AAU, right? Then you had, then it broke out. Then you had, it became so popular and really kind of, it was open. It was an open market. It wasn't like it was someone saying that you can't start a team. You can start a team whenever you want to. You know what I'm saying? Then it just kind of expanded. And what you see now is oh, okay, I'm with this team. My dad says I'm with this team, but you know what? I don't like the way coach is doing this. I'm gonna start me a team. Mm-hmm. And before you know it, it's kind of how it is in the city of Houston, right? It's growing so big, like it's so much land here. Opened up all these schools, and it's watering down even the high school style of play because now all these kids was going to school A. Now you done opened up junior high, elementary, middle school over here, high school right here. So now you're pulling all that talent from one school to go to this school. And then you know what? 3 years later, because we just keep populating, you put another school. You know, before you know it, you 6A, but you really like 3A. You know what I'm saying?
You got 8 schools. The people would have been going. You got 10 schools when in the past they would have been condensed into going to 3 schools.
Yeah.
So in the talent in the games would have been that much better. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
It's gonna get watered down.
And
what they're eventually gonna do, they're gonna start trying to pick out guys who they like. The politics is gonna get even crazier then because it's got now everybody in the country is gonna be quote unquote shooting to be a part of this right here. So the politics is gonna get so much crazier. I mean, way crazier. Whereas you got kids that can't even play gonna be in there, and kids that really can play because they've been a part of that process or because they like some. It's just it's about control and it's about money. That's what they want, and they want all of our kids to make money for them. And if you allow your resources, our kids to continue to make money for them, eventually what they're gonna do is pull them off and say, "Look, your kid's in 7th grade, 8th grade. We feel like he's got a chance to be a pro.
Yeah.
Okay? This is when they're in 7th grade. He's got a chance to be a pro. He's like, 13, 14 years old. You like that.
Yeah.
Now, we've got these academies that we opened up, and we've got school in there. We're going to train them every day from 8th grade all the way up. And he's going to be in our academies and basketball academies every day. He's still going to go to school and everything else. And you let him go. You just lost your child. What happens if he doesn't be a pro? What are they going to do with him? They're going to throw him out the window. Sorry, we tried. Well, you got a good education.
Yeah.
But now you've missed the culmination in some of the best years of your kid's life when they learn how to be an adult. They're teaching your kid how to be an adult now, not you. You know what I mean? Because he's in these academies all the time. All you doing is, guess what? Are they paying for you to be able to come to every game when you want to? Are they paying for you to be able to come to visit him every time you want to? Or do you still just got to work, but you got to give your child up to them? What is that? You know what I mean? That's where this is headed to. And if people don't see it, it's like, yo, don't focus on the last. Listen, while you're looking at this, what you do is you take money out of the equation because you know that that's what they want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what's the most important thing to you is your child and is your child. You know what I'm saying? And the opportunity. And you got to make sure you find a way to make sure that they're in the best situation. But to remove your child and give them to somebody else, that ain't the best situation.
When you say academies,
they're eventually going to do that.
Are you talking about kind of like what IMG has?
Yeah. And in Europe and everything else. Yeah. They're going to try to do that. You can see it going there.
They already have those type of institutions for kids where you can just play basketball and go to school.
And guess what? Most of the guys who are in the NBA right now, the pros, are guys who went to real colleges.
Regular high school.
Regular high schools and real colleges. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that means that they go to the academy, that do they get to help dictate where your child goes to college at too now?
See, that happens a lot. So that's a good topic. In your opinion, right? In your opinion, is there a benefit? Is there a benefit to going to an academy where you're there to play basketball? You know, throughout the course of an 8-hour day, you're spending maybe 3-4 hours in the classroom,
right? And
then you spend the other 4 or 5 hours training and working out. Is there ever, in your opinion, is that first of all, is that a good idea or a bad idea? One, I personally feel that at some point, no matter what you're doing, yes, you can get good at something, but I think that like diminishing returns kick in at some point where you could possibly be doing too much. I don't know. I
think the best way to ask somebody is to know is to ask people who've done it.
Yeah.
Ask those people who took their kids out of certain schools and put them into a quote like an IMG or something. Ask them did you get everything out of it that you wanted?
Yeah.
Did your son wind up being a pro like you thought he was going to be? Where's he at now? What's he doing now? If you had it to do all over again,
would you do it again?
Would you do it again?
Because you
knowing that you was gonna get these same results, or
right.
would you have just kept him at home and be like, look, I'd rather just keep him home and let him play all day and let him train with these people so that I can be around my child because he was away from me all these times.
Right.
What about the people that go to all these big? You got think about this. There's so much room for error, and there's such a small percentage that will ever truly make it. And you think that because they say that your child has this opportunity, you putting them in a tough situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was just curious about that because they have them for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. They have those kind of like schools where you playing basketball and you going to school. Obviously, we know about on the high school side, you have that as well. So I don't know, just always was just curious as to, like you said, I don't know anybody that's kind of been through the entire process. We probably need to find somebody.
No,
because
plenty of people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I would definitely want to know what their perspective is. Because a kid like Trey Duvall, he was going to get to Duke. He was going to do that anyway. No matter what high school he went to. Yeah. So did he have to go to IMG?
No.
And I wonder what those other kids around him, like you said, what did they get? What they was looking for, and I don't know. I have no idea whatsoever.
No.
But I'm just curious to see if that's if taking that approach, because hell, if I was able to go to a school in 8th grade where I just went to school for 3-4 hours out the day, and then after lunch we was hooping all day, man,
love it, no doubt.
But I don't know if that's the right.
Well, guess what?
I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I don't know.
You don't even know how they're gonna be hooping. Who's gonna be watching them? Who's gonna be teaching them? What's their credentials? You know what I'm saying? Think about this. Think about the NBA. A lot of guys in the NBA. Listen. Now I ain't gonna say the NBA. You get college, high school. Just because you're in a position of authority does not mean that you are the authoritative person that knows it all. You know what I mean? You've been put in that position. Think about the president of the United States. He's in the most qualified, supposed to be the most qualified position in all the country.
Right.
Look at the errors that he's making.
Right.
He ain't doing that. Just because somebody says it, and this is your child, somebody else is going to put him there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody else is going to put somebody in that position. Just like they said, they're going to have their people train us. And I've been doing this 21 years, man. Who the hell can train me? I can still learn a lot of things.
No doubt.
I need
you
to
should
learn.
be able to learn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
But who the hell is going to train me? You know what I mean?
In this particular realm.
Yeah. Who's going to train me? I still learn, but I know plenty, whether it's myself, whether it's Dino Trigonis, whether it's Gary Charles, you know what I mean? Even M. Grads, and we all know the Irvings up in Chicago.
Yeah.
We all know more than any of them dudes. Howard Pulley, Renee Pulley up in. We know more than all of them.
You've been through the fire.
Yes. So how can you come and train
Several
us?
Times. No doubt.
I got to pay you for you to train me when somebody trains you. Trains you on what? To read a book because you ain't never been at this level.
You don't have
ain't been here.
The tangible experience. And then also, too, even from a training perspective, as it relates to basketball, we all know that, like, I don't want to call it the new hustle, but being a trainer is kind of the new hustle.
Yes.
Everybody's training. I know when we were growing up, we just hooped. I ain't know what having a trainer was all about.
Right.
But you can be training and learning the wrong shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can be in an environment where you think that you're getting what you think your child's supposed to be getting, but maybe he really ain't getting it. Maybe he's not being told the right way to do certain things, or maybe he's not. You know what I'm saying?
And what happens if your son is in there and he doesn't get it right now, but he gets it late? What are they gonna do with it? They're gonna put him out the program. What happens if you're a kid that really has it right now? Everybody believes he has it. He's gonna be that dude. Then all of a sudden he regresses, or he doesn't.
Diminishing returns.
He doesn't evolve into what they think. What are they gonna do? Put him out the program?
Absolutely.
He's not gonna be a pro now. But guess what? Now you done give up your child to these people who say they care about. They don't care about your child. They're doing this right now for their benefit. Don't forget that. They don't care about your child. They care about what your child, his talent, and what he's able to bring them. Not what he's able to bring back to you.
You got 3 boys, right?
Yeah.
All under the age of
14.
Under the age of 14, right? If a scenario came up, you knowledgeable, so like remove knowledge.
Okay.
And that's probably gonna be hard to do.
Okay.
Remove knowledge.
Hear me, okay.
How do I do that, Elrod?
Okay, good.
Remove knowledge, right? Somebody comes to you, your boys want to play basketball. Somebody comes to you and says, "Lo, we really want him to come to this program. This, that, and the third. It'll be in Arkansas, right? Be in Arkansas. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna train him. He's gonna go to school, part-time school. We're gonna do like a homeschool thing. He's gonna get his 3-4 hours into school, all the core subjects, and then we're gonna train. We're gonna hoop. It's gonna cost you a little bit. Not a whole lot. It's gonna cost you a little bit. Would you, removing knowledge, your son want to play basketball? Would you go for that?
Many people will. Many people will, because they believe that somebody sees something special in their child. You know what I'm saying?
So that's the hope.
That's the hope. And that's what you do. You sell hope. You sell a dream to every parent. And when you tell them, I've said this before, when you tell a parent, when you coordinate with anything that they hope, and your words lines up with their hope, you got them. You know what I mean? So a parent is going to go, and many of them will give their children up, not knowing the words to ask this guy, like, what have you done already? Who have you taken from my child and put them in at the highest level? Right. They won't know to ask that, and then they'll sit back and say they'll deflect off to one of their mentors. Well, I work with such and such. Well, what has he done? Right. You know what I mean? Is he gonna be there with you? Well, no, I'm learning. So you're experimenting with my child, basically. You're experimenting with my child. So a lot of people are going to do that, and I've seen that. I've seen that because in the grassroots industry, that's all it is. You sell hope to these parents for the people that be hustling, and you tell them what the best thing. If you say anything, you lie to make them believe that you believe in their hope. You got them. You know what I mean? It's not about tangible, nothing real anymore.
I know you're gonna do whatever you can for your kid. I know you want your kid to be successful.
If a parent told you right away, Elrod, when Lil Mo was in 8th grade, and you saw it, he's like, dang, I done went through 2 shoe sizes in this last year. Right. And somebody walked up and said, hey man, I see something special in him. I think I can help him to be a pro. Your son is going to be a pro. Nobody else sees that, Mo. I see it. Let me have him. Let me have him. Let him come play with me. Yeah. Let him come stay down here for 2 or 3 months, blah, 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 4, 5, 6 months. He a pro. I'm going to have him. Nobody... It's between us. Because if anybody else sees what I see, they're gonna try to convince you as well. But I'm telling you, I see here, bro. How you gonna, as a parent? How do you feel when somebody? As a parent, you like you said, it lines up with what you and your son discussed. Your hopes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, wow, okay. Especially if you don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can really fall for the okie doke. Yeah. But I'm sure there are scenarios where it's not bad, where you are getting the proper training, and you know what I'm saying. If you knew that your son was going to get what he's supposed to get out of an environment like that in Arkansas, would you make that move then? No. Still would make the move. No. Is it because he's missing out on just being a kid, or what would be the? Yes. Because now you know you're turning this into a real business early. Too early. My child is my child. I can't depend on you to care for my child, to love my child like I can, and like I do and I will. You are just using him because of the talent that he has, and if that talent goes away, you only want him because of the talent. When the talent goes away, you're not gonna treat him like that. When he's sick and he's coughing and throwing up, you're not going to go sleep in the bed with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're not going to say, hey, man, come down here and lay next to me and mom, whatever. You're not
Mm-hmm.
going to do that. My child, he's a child. He still needs love and nurturing and
Right,
nourishing
right.
outside of sports. Sports is the second thing. My child needs to know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach my child who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You can only try to hide it. You know what I mean? Or talk around it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me work with my kids. If they good enough later on, you'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
You'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
If you're good later on, you'll come back. If you tell me you ain't coming back,
Cool.
my child still is going to know who he is, and he's going to have a life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But, that is what it is. But you can't, as a parent, what you don't do is you don't tell your child what's going on. Because if you tell them, your child going to think that, I want to do that. Now you fighting against your child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing in the recruiting game. Y'all let these college coaches talk to all y'all kids, get in your kid's head. Now that kid likes this college coach, and it might not be the best situation, but when you come in and say, no, you don't want to go there, that's not good. Now you done messed up because you done let this guy get in your own kid's head.
Mm-hmm.
You let a grown man talk to a teenager about life. And when all kids want to do is feel comfortable and happy about things.
That's it.
The brain is taught to be comfortable. And if they make you feel like you're going to be comfortable there, that's what you want. You don't want to.
Say that again.
I said our brain is taught to be comfortable. We're not taught that. We don't teach ourselves to have to experience hardships and have to work for things. We're going to do whatever is going to make us comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And when people recruit you and talk to you, they're talking to you to make your brain comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what kids do. They just going. So you know what I'm saying? That's just...
Because you said, I know we ain't going to go too long, but I know you said something about a tweet you posted, maybe was it last night, about being a high major talent, but not necessarily always going to a high major school. What was that tweet?
Earlier, it says all players that have high major talent. All players that have high major talent, it does not mean they need to go to a high major school.
Mm-hmm.
Right fit is everything. Mid-majors are all over the league. You know what I mean? All over the league.
NBA.
NBA, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They played and were developed.
Mm-hmm.
So your talent, just because you have so much a high major talent, doesn't mean you're ready to go in and make it play at the high major level.
Mm-hmm.
You need your talent is there, but you got to learn how to go through it. You got to go through the storm.
Mm-hmm.
And if a lot of times at the high major, you might have that talent, but the team is not ready to take these L's.
Right, they ain't got time for you to go through this storm.
Yeah, they ain't got.
We got to win. We got to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like we talked about that before. How kids, tend to make. I don't want to say make bad decisions, but they kind of choose a school for the name of the school.
They do.
And
they make bad decisions.
And not because it's. Well, I always say I feel like a parent and a child, they've talked about it ad nauseum of what school they want to go to. They didn't visit it and they didn't did all. So at the end of the day, I always feel like a parent, family, whatever, they have done their due diligence and chose a school that they felt was best for them. Now, once they get there and things turn sideways, then that's a whole different animal. But I do believe your initial thought is this is what feels good for us. Like you said, comfortable. It feels good. I like it. I feel. What's the first thing that most kids always say when they choose a school? Felt like home. Mm-hmm. Home is always comfortable. I'm just going back to what you said a second ago. Yeah. Nobody ever says this shit feels uncomfortable. I want to go there.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody ever says that.
Nobody says that.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's why when you go on a visit, they make it whereas it's laid out for you.
No doubt.
It was a visit. They knew you was coming. They set it up before you got there.
No doubt.
To make you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's like
you got to in life you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Just kind of one thing I always teach my kids. If you're uncomfortable about, public speaking, or if you're uncomfortable about, going to go talk to a girl, you got to just go do it. Mm-hmm. You'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Because see, my thing, I'm looking at it like, I pray and I hope, I'm around, that when my kids have opportunity. First of all, I hope that they have an opportunity to be able to play, have options for schools, and then when if they have options, my thing is I'll tell people now. if you're a coach and you listening, you want to be a coach, you ain't going through my kids.
Oh, no doubt.
My kid, listen, my kid ain't choosing what middle school we go to. He ain't choose what elementary school we go to. He ain't choose what middle school we go to. He gonna tell me what schools he like for high school, but he ain't choosing that.
School. Mm-hmm.
And then the biggest decision of his life that he's about to go on through life, you're gonna let him make that decision by himself or herself.
And he's gonna go through that by himself. Yeah. Because you and Mom Dukes ain't gonna be on campus in the dorm.
And the biggest decision of their life, for the biggest major part of their life that's gonna send them into manhood or womanhood, you're gonna allow them to make that choice by themselves.
At 18.
At 18.
They don't even know what the hell going on.
Because they've been talking to a grown man that just wants them because of their talent.
They massaged them.
A grown man that just wants them because of their talent.
Mm-hmm. Don't
have a personal relationship with them, but they telling you what you do. You know what I mean? And parents don't get that.
Right.
But at the same time, you got a lot of parents. See, some coaches don't like myself and a lot of these other coaches because we understand. We've been there. You know what I'm saying? We're seasoned.
Right.
But you got a lot of parents that's not seasoned and they need help.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a different formula. You know what I mean? That's a different formula.
It's I'm gonna say this when we getting ready to wrap it up. But I watched First 48, right?
Uh-huh.
And just one episode, man. It's going back to your point of being seasoned and being in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You've been a cop for 20, 30 years. You've seen everything. You know all the tricks of the trade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching this episode, Lo. This freaked me out.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what happened to dude. Somebody killed somebody, whatever. The detective go to the back closet and pulled up the yearbooks from the high schools. They have yearbooks from high schools. They was able to go to the yearbook, pinpoint the dude, like the way in which they were thinking on that level, like, what? You got high school yearbooks at the police station?
Mm.
Again, being seasoned. Mm-hmm. You thinking you taking a picture, we just gonna keep this on record. Everything that you've ever done, we gonna have it on file.
Wow.
Freaked me out.
Mm-hmm.
Went right to that book, because it wasn't like Chicago, it wasn't no big major city. Mm-hmm. So there's maybe only a couple handful of high schools, whatever. But they had everything right there laid out. Mm-hmm. They were able to pinpoint everything from a freaking yearbook. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, they scheming on a whole other level, because it seems irrelevant to have that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you need that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But for them, it's like, no, we need everything. We need everything.
Right.
All the resources we can have. You know what I'm saying? And again, it goes back to being seasoned. Somebody implemented that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Somebody said, you know what? We need all these yearbooks. So every school,
police station is the school yearbook.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody thought, like, we need to have that on site whenever we needed it. Mm-hmm. So again, like you said, being seasoned, knowing what to do, ask for, what to look out for. If you don't have the experience, we don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And again, that's kind of part of why we started this dialogue 90 plus episodes ago, because a lot of people don't know. And the key part about it is that once you do go through the fire and you get out unscathed or burned or whatever, you don't come back. I mean, think about the parents. Think about, have you seen Daniel House's parents at any AAU tournament?
None.
What about Alex Hobbs' parents?
None.
What about Isaiah Austin's parents?
None.
Isaiah Taylor's parents?
None.
So once you've done it, like once you've done, you done. You don't none. You know what I mean? You don't come back. And it's a young whippersnapper coming up that's going to try to figure it out.
Let me tell you this. I saw, my family. He's my fam too. We good. I saw Jonathan Evans, I think.
Jonathan Evans from Bel Air?
Yeah. Yeah. So I seen his dad. And we sit up
light skin, PG.
Yeah, we sit up there talking. And he was in the gym. He came around the gym. We was at Hicks's Hoops Giving. At the Hoops Giving. Or was it?
Was it season opener or the Hoops Giving? Hoops Giving,
right? At Houston Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And was it at Houston Christian?
Yeah, it was.
No, it was somewhere else I saw him.
Okay.
But anyway,
you saw him in the gym.
I was talking to him in the gym. And I asked, how Jonathan doing? He said, man, he's doing good, man. He's in corporate America. He's working. He's doing this. He's doing that. Man, I'm so proud of him. He graduated. This is right. So I'm like, okay. And he brought up to himself. He said, Lo, man, I tried to see if he wanted to come back and help around the gym and try to get in with these kids. He said, Dad, I don't have no parts of that game no more.
Wow.
He said, he's doing good too, Marlon. He's happy. He said, but everything that came with this, he said, it was, he okay with not being around the game.
Not even being
more.
around the game. That's deep.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing well, but he said he don't miss this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's deep because something happened along the lines, along the way, along his journey that made him like, I don't even want to go to the gym. I don't even want to go see no games.
And guess what? He's got a life. He's got other experiences he done went through. Whereas if you just put your kids in the academy, they're missing out on a lot of parts of life. Only people they got people around them all the time. But what happens if they don't make it? How are they gonna come back out and socialize with different people and do this and that? Your kids are missing out on a lot.
Yeah, let them be kids.
Yeah,
let them be kids.
But
like you said, making the decisions too early.
Yeah.
I got one story, man. I've been wanting to tell this story.
Go. What's it about?
It's about really, man. It's truly about you just never know who watching.
Go. Okay.
This is real rap. You never know who's in the gymnasium.
I'm leaning back.
Lean back. So several years ago, we at the Cypress tournament, and I'm not even sure who was playing, and that's when I think you and Pew had met Coach Ogden for the very first time at UT. Right? Not me. I know. Okay, you know him? Okay. So, but he was there, right? This is when Mike Kabongo was going through a situation with Tristan Thompson. Obviously, they childhood friends, and he got into a little trouble with the NCAA about some gifts. And I don't get that because this is my boy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that, but okay. So at that particular time, they didn't know if he was going to get cleared. And they had, we got Javon Felix, but we don't even know. We need a point guard now. Right? That was the conversation. So he like, hey, do y'all know any point guards? Right? At this time, Isaiah Taylor is, a 3-star athlete? 2-star athlete. Nobody really know nothing about the dreadhead. He's just here in Houston, just doing his thing, played on the circuit with you that summer, EYBL, had a really good summer. And again, it was like, we need somebody. So y'all hopped in the car. That's not what happened? Y'all didn't go to a game that day? What happened that day?
Sitting down.
Yes.
At the Berry Center.
Yes, at the Cypress tournament.
And he said, Lo, we need a point guard for next year.
Yes.
Do you know a point guard? And I say, yeah, I know a point guard. He said, how good is he? I said, he's better than every point guard in the state.
Let's go see him.
I said, but nobody's going to tell you that, but I'm telling you what it is.
Yeah.
So he said, where's he playing at? I said, he's playing in Nederland. Nederland right now. About 2 hours from here.
Yeah.
He said, Lo, he's the best. I said, yeah, y'all love him. Absolutely love him. He said, I'm going right now. He went by himself.
He went solo. Like, you didn't go with him?
No. He just called me, texted me while he was there, like, oh my fucking God.
I thought, it's funny how perspective and storylines, I'm filming games, so I didn't know that part of the conversation. I thought y'all had all went together, right? So again, I know one thing is for sure and for certain, even though I wasn't part of that talk with you and Ogden, I know for sure you didn't tell Isaiah he was coming.
Absolutely not.
That's my goddamn point. You never know who is watching. Because he played, however, I wasn't at that game.
He saw him when he walked through the door. He saw that Longhorn.
He saw him, but he didn't know he was coming there for him. Right. I remember him saying that.
Right.
But he saw him. But it wasn't like he was prepped.
Right.
Like, hey, somebody coming to watch you play, put on your best performance. No. He had no idea.
Because they'll be selfish then.
You know what I'm saying? Had no idea. So my point is, and obviously Coach had his paraphernalia on. He had the UT logos on, but I remember Isaiah telling me I didn't know who he was there to watch. You know what I'm saying? And just that conversation, which I always go back to the butterfly effect. If y'all ain't seen that movie, things happen in your life And before you know it, it just changes the course of everything.
Mm-hmm.
A week or two later, you and I and Isaiah is in the whip. We going to Austin for an unofficial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They played against North Carolina.
Yeah, because what happened was Augie saw him and said, like I said, he texted me and said, "Oh my fucking God." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does he play? I said, he said, he play like this? I said,
All the time.
All the time. And so he got with Rob Lanier, who's now at Tennessee.
Tennessee, yep.
And Rob,
The ice handler.
When Rob Lanier came and watched him play,
Done deal.
over. We got to get him on campus. Because what he does while he's not doing these other things, you can't teach that.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. So all he can do is continue to get better. You know what I mean?
And I've been meaning to bring that up just for kids to just know, like, you just never know who's in the stands.
Right.
Because what if he didn't have his UT shirt on and he just walked in the gym as a regular person?
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know.
And that's why, to me, it's always important to give people my word and not just hype up certain guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe I'm a true resource.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a coach calls me and say, "Tell me about this kid, whether he plays for us or not," I can tell you about him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I can just tell you, you know, I haven't seen him enough. I'll say that too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the kid. Man, I ain't seen him enough, but I'll go see him if you need me to. But you know, I'll tell some kids, look, well, what level is this kid? I say, well, they think he high major, but I don't think he'll play at a high major. I think he's around more so the level that you need to be on. Well, man, we ain't gonna get him because everybody keeps saying he high major. But look, man, you better stick in there.
Mm-hmm.
You better stick in there.
Mm-hmm.
You stick in there and build a relationship with him. When all them high majors fall away, he'll fall into your
Fall into your lap.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of that plays into it, man.
You have to, like you said, you have to be credible. You got to be resourceful. But at the end of the day, you just never know who's watching. That goes for anything.
Never know.
Your social media accounts.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a video and the guy was saying, you know, you may have. That's why I don't look at views and I don't go back and click and see how many times somebody watched something that I posted.
Mm-hmm.
For this very same reason. And when he said it, I said that's exactly why it don't really matter. He said you might post something and you may get 1 million views on it.
Mm-hmm.
1 million views and posting something for me is I might post an episode, a documentary series I'm working on, and I might get 1 million views of just regular people, right? But I might post another video and get 200 views. And out of them 200 views, it's a director of content at Netflix.
Absolutely, out of those 200.
Out of them 200.
Mm-hmm.
The million didn't do nothing for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times people kind of can get caught up in just, like you said, just kind of like the mentality of wanting or doing. It's like, nah, man, just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Spike Lee said, man, just do the right thing. But you never know who's watching.
No doubt.
That is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
You never know who's watching. And, you know, for all the kids out there that's playing, you know, don't try to put on your game face when you see Coach K and those guys in the stands. When you just play, you know, when they ain't there, you playing regular. But now you diving on the floor for loose balls. Because the first thing that coach is going to do is say what? Like I said to you, is this like him all the time?
Mm-hmm.
They know they seen fugaziness before. Like, oh, he only doing that because I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If I go watch a kid and he is 10 for 11 from the 3,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's going crazy.
Right?
Everybody's going crazy. But what I need to know is that shit don't happen like that all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm not just going to offer him right there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what else does he do?
Mm-hmm.
What else is he doing? How quick does he get that shot off? Not is he shot ready, but is he release ready?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that's the only way he's going to be able to get that at the next level.
What?
What?
No, I'm saying what?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I got to look at who he is. Does it translate? Now, guess what? I got to come back and see him again and again and again because he ain't going to shoot like this all the time.
No doubt.
I need to see how he looks when he's doing good, and I need to see how he is when he's bad.
Mm-hmm. All of it. Give me the gumbo.
What else does he do?
Give me that kid. Give me everything.
You know what I mean? When his shot ain't falling, is he really pouting?
Right.
Is he still grinding? Is he still encouraging his teammates? I need to see all that. All that matters in recruiting and evaluating. You know.
It's funny you said that. Last thing for me. Funny thing you said. Release ready. So look.
Yeah.
When I was in school,
y'all gonna steal that too.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna start hearing that.
Yeah.
Don't be shot ready. Be release ready,
bruh. When I was in school, we had scrimmages against a JUCO, and I'm like short. They was in the zone. I'm like short corner. I get it, and I'm shot ready. But I wasn't release ready. When I tell you this joker jumped from damn near the paint and blocked my shit, I said, how the hell you recover that fast? You know what I'm saying? So it's going through that Division III level that I realized like I wasn't that dude like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when you experience, like you said, in any normal game, I'm catching that. I'm good money.
Yeah.
This joker, when I say this joker closed out, and he just tipped it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he just threw it, but he got a hand on it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like once you're going through, you can, as a player, you recognize or realize like I can play, but I ain't on their level. You know what I'm saying? And that's one hell of an assessment because that makes you say, all right, what else am I about to do? Because this ain't it. Absolutely. That's her. That's it.
Hey, y'all.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hey, make sure y'all check out the. Listen, we got something new in store for y'all. It's gonna be coming up. We'll drop it probably in the next episode once we get everything complete. But we're moving over to a network.
Oh yeah.
And things gonna be popping. It's gonna be good. But we'll get in with y'all. We'll talk with y'all a little bit about it. Tell you a little bit more about it. But until next time.
Holla.
Already.
Release ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want.